So lately on my channel, well, not on my channel, but I have to bring this up because there's been feedback through LinkedIn and through Facebook, through my profile, The Critic Teacher, that a certain someone by the name of Carolyn, I don't know how to say her last name or pronounce it. I'm giving you enough respect to apologize to you how I'm pronouncing your name. Because your criticism with my channel is just freaking ridiculous. First, you talk about how I pronounce my words and how I stutter when I say certain things. Lady, no one is perfect. And I feel like if we was the definition of perfect, we will have purple hair and we'll have dyed fucking t-shirts like you woke fucking bitch. But anyway, everybody have their own definition of how they identify as a perfect person. I don't believe in that shit. I just feel like what's perfect for the world is perfect for you. And then you got the nerve to rail on my freaking jewelry. Are you kidding me? And the critique thing was that she didn't bash on my jewelry by saying that, oh, like you know, like his jewelry is fake or whatever. You're bashing on my jewelry by saying that you think I'm hot shit because I'm wearing a big necklace and earrings. Listen, you want these? I bought these at a thrift store for only 16 cents. 16 cents. They was getting rid of these. And as for the chain, sweetheart, the chain was on Amazon for only 50 bucks. You want these, I can send it to you. If it's really bothering you, like, let me know. I will send you this chain. I will send you this chain. Your boyfriend needed way more than I do. Let me stop. Because I've seen your boyfriend. And trust me, him defending you in your honor is the definition of a fucking simp. Or maybe he has his back against the wall tied up and he has to literally listen to everything you say because apparently you run everything in your relationship. I swear, dude. Y'all, look, I'm not going to fetch my girlfriend on y'all.
Insanity, whatever happened to humanity?
But anyway, we're going to the review of Rise of the Rōnin. Jesus, I forgot all about this review. Rise of the Rōnin is a 2024 action role-playing game developed by Critic, Team Ninja, and developed by Sony Interactive. I didn't even know that Critic made this game, but that actually makes a lot of sense. Because there's a lot of shit I gotta say about this game that Critic will need to fucking fix. The story follows the Blade twins after the family was murdered by ninjas working for the Shogun.
Break this sacred pact in pursuit of a noble cause.
Now, after playing the last samurai game called Wulong Fallen Dynasty, y'all remember that game? If y'all don't, do y'all remember my review of it? Sadly, I don't either. But for some reason, I reviewed that game, and I didn't review it because of how good the game was. I reviewed it because of how fucking atrocious that game was. But after I played Wulong, and I was left with a bad taste in my mouth, here comes Rise of the Rōnin. And not only did I enjoy Rise of the Rōnin because they had a lot of good mixtures of samurai combat and familiars of other games that we have played and loved, like, you know, Sekiro, Ghost of Tsushima, the Nioh games. I was very, very pleased of how much I was enjoying it. But it's like drinking it's like drinking a certain drink and you love the taste of it, but you are left with a bad aftertaste. And that aftertaste is Wulong because they decided to put some elements of Wulong the Wulong game into this project too. Why the fuck did they do that? I have no fucking idea. Wulong Fallen Dynasty has failed. And you want to use those failing aspects to put on Rise of the Rōnin. That's the biggest mistake that's the biggest mistake y'all ever fucking did. Regarding to the mistakes I'm going to mention on this review coming up. The game picks up at the fair pace by you not just being intertwined with the whole mechanics of how the game's engine is with the story, but they give you those Rōnin times of the samurai and the Japanese culture. Just like how Ghost of Tsushima did, by you being hooked in with the wars of the Shogun and just how the Japanese are fighting against these corrupted industries when it comes to them defending themselves in battle by being a samurai warrior, defending your culture and defending your kingdom. But unlike Ghost of Tsushima, you play with two characters that tags along to try to seek vengeance of what happened to their fallen master. And you get to create two of these characters too, which can be brother or sister, or sister, or brother, however you want to take it. Now, if you've played Nioh 2, and if you have played Wulong, the character creation is pretty detailed. Not only that, you can tweak and fix and length the height of the character and how they look. You can add tattoos. You can do so much things with their characters to the point where you can make the ass bigger if you're a female character. You can make the boobs bigger. You can do. There's so much shit when it comes to creativity of this game to the point where you're going to be hooked on creating your character for hours, especially when you create your second character. And that's one of the major things I like about games like this is the fact that the creativity of the characterization has to be good. It has to be fluid. It can't just be 5 selections of a face. It cannot just be 3 selections of how you do the hair. It cannot just be 3 complexions you can fucking choose from. No, with Rise of the Rōnin, they give you so much detail of how you can make your fucking character, dude. And I feel like ever since Fallout 4 has put so much detail in the character creation, a lot of games has beginning to learn from Fallout 4. And they want other game developers to do the exact same thing. We are shown in the beginning of the game, we are introduced to the whole variety of the whole map system. Now, this is what I liked about the game too, was the fact that this game isn't gone by mission standards, by you just choosing certain elements in the map. You are the player in the map going to other locations and just free roaming. And the open world is very fluid, actually very fucking lifelike. You have civilians walking around you, and not only that, but there's some civilians that gets robbed by certain bandits and shit, so you can defend them and you can take them down and stuff like that. You have certain civilians that give you side quests and everything like that. So the regions are pretty freaking fluid, and I like that a lot, because not only that you do these side quests and you collect certain things, you come across certain characters in these regions that can not only boost up the whole progression of the whole map expanding, but you can earn trust by people giving you so much respect, and they give you things and you sometimes give them things, so they can earn like a certain heart ratio, so they can express how much they do like they bonds with you. And you can somehow build a love interest too in this game, and I thought that was pretty interesting. They have put a lot of effort with the open world of this game, and I thought that was something to mention, because I felt like by all these samurai games that's out and that is still coming out, it's lacking one strong thing: creativity. What is going to make us not play the previous games that these new samurai games are having? They're beginning to lose that shit. And what I like about Rise of the Rōnin is that they are adding things like a free roam on this game that I'm surprised a lot of samurai games did not fucking do, other than Ghost of Tsushima. What I like about this game too is how they improved the combat. The combat is not like Dark Souls, thank God. It's not like Nioh, thank God. And now I'm not throwing shade on Nioh. Nioh is one of the best Souls games I ever fucking played. But we have been there and done that with Souls games. The first thing I get tired of is that when a game like this comes out and they first say it's a Souls, like, fuck you for saying that shit. I'm getting away from Souls games at this point, because there's too many of them. Rise of the Rōnin is not a Souls game at all. When you die, you don't lose nothing. You do lose a certain reputation when it comes to you getting killed by an enemy, but it can get gained back once you kill that motherfucker, which is respect. But that's it. You don't lose no progression. You can level up each time you do a mission. You can level up each time you progress through the story. So it's literally a typical free roaming samurai game where you level up when you progress, not when you level up when you collect souls and shit. And I thought that was cool. And the combat, like I mentioned, is great too. The combat is well balanced, it's well executed, and above all, I do like how they do add little small elements to the combat maneuver, especially when it comes to you blocking certain certain firearms such as guns and pistols. And when you block at the right time, you reflect it, and then your whole entire blade turns, has a fire element to it. No other samurai game has fucking done that. Even though I said the combat is fluid, this is one thing I don't like about the game and how I was comparing it to Wulong, is that these motherfuckers want to go as far as to put the whole parrying system into the folly of how you defeat these enemies. I really hate that shit. Now, to be fair here, the parrying and the dodging is fine. It's great. No lagging like a certain game that I want to talk about. So the combat defense is good. But what I don't like about games like this is that it relies on you to do combat and parrying to weaken the enemy's defenses. It's not about using a strong weapon. It's not about you using certain skills of the weapon to do these combats correctly so you can break their defenses. You need to keep blocking. You need to keep parrying. You need to keep dodging correctly so you can weaken their defenses so you can inflict more damage. I hate that type of bullshit. What's the point of me having the strongest weapon if dodging and parrying is the only way for me to defeat the enemies? Huh? It's not the only way, but you're chipping them away if you just rely on just shooting and just using swords. You need to let them attack you in order for you to inflict more damage if you dodge and parry correctly. I hate that type of shit. Why we just can't just do it this way, like how Nioh 2 did. And I think Nioh 2 was the best combat simulator where you can use dodging and parrying and you can still fuck the enemies up that way. And if you have a strong weapon, you can do that too. So they both mattered. But on Rise of the Rōnin, no matter what weapon you use, it won't mean shit if you're not parrying the attacks. And then it won't really mean a damn thing if you don't take away the enemy banners too, if you try to overcome the whole landscape when you're trying to kill each of these enemies. They have that here too, just like on Wulong. You know how when you remove the banners from the enemy territory so you can weaken their defenses? They got that shit here too on Rise of the Rōnin. Why the fuck did they decide to do that on here? I don't fucking know. Big mistake. Big fucking mistake, dude. I kind of miss those games where when you just rely on stealth to go through enemy territory, just take them all down and then just take the main enemy down and that's it. They got that here, but you need to take down those fucking banners, dude. It's atrocious, dude. And then after you take away the banners, you still have to fight the main enemy and then you have to still do the dodging and parry. Really brings my piss to a boil when game developers and producers make a game and it's so damn terrible to the point where we're gonna forget about the franchise, and then you make another game and it's good, but you add the elements of what makes us hate the previous project being on this one. Why? You think you think those elements on Wulong Final Dynasty was great? You think that's what made us like the game? No, that was what we hated. We did not like that shit at all. IGN and every other game reviewer will let you know that. Go ahead, Tecmo. Look at the reviews. If not, you watching me, well, then you already heard what I said. And then what I also don't like, and this is actually what I hate so much about this game, is the fact that oh my God. I've been wanting to talk about this so much to the point where it's all in my mind right now. The fact of the lack of the multiplayer feature on this game. The lack of multiplayer on this game. Now they got multiplayer. They do. In fact, to be honest with you, Rise of the Rōnin, compared to all these other samurai games, is linear. If you play Ghost of Tsushima, Sekiro, Nioh 2, and the list goes on, up until this one, you're gonna realize that this game is gonna be easily forgettable. Because what is so creative about this game that's gonna make you keep playing it? Nothing at all. Online multiplayer was the only thing that was going to make people play this game. But why is no one talking about it? Like I said, they have online multiplayer here, but it's not what you think. I had my friend William, shout out to him, download the game from my account because when I found out they had online multiplayer, I thought it was what I was hoping for. You roaming around, you doing free roam, you going around each region. But it's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. Apparently you have to, when a person joins your session, y'all sit in the fucking dojo and y'all have to choose the missions. And it's not every mission. It's a select mission that your friend can play. It's not every single mission that you have done in the freaking game. So what's the point of the online if you can't even play all missions? What's the point of the online if you can't even do free roam? What's the point of the online if y'all can't go through the whole game together and complete it together? What's the point of online if you're gonna chip away the certain online features that will make us keep going back to it? Y'all done fucked it up, dude. Royally. Overall, this game was good. It was fun. But if you played all the samurai games that I've mentioned, you are going to feel like this game has been there and done that. And then the fact that this game is lacking the elements of this game being a fluid multiplayer game by you fully enjoying the experience, by you having a better fun time. This game is not just mediocre. This game is not just average, but this game will soon, it has not already been forgotten. No one is talking about Rise of the Rōnin at all. Came out at the wrong time by other games that's better than this is already being pushed out into people's mindsets to forget about this game. And then above all, no replayability. After you beat this game, you're gonna fucking uninstall it. And you know what? And they knew this too, because out of all the samurai games, this game doesn't even have a season pass. It's like they knew that this game was gonna fucking flop. I'm gonna have to give Rise of the Rōnin a D. It's a low rating. It's a fucking low ass rating. I'm have to apologize for that one. But I'm not apologizing of me giving it a low rating. I'm apologizing of how honest I am. Sometimes my honesty can hurt so much to the point where I can feel that I can feel how people are being hurt, especially the developers of the game. But fuck, I bought the game. So did everybody else. We are hurt more than you because we're supporting you people. You would think after Wulong you will learn. You would think after Nayo's online multiplayer you would learn. If y'all would take the Wulong bullshit out of the game and kept the Nayo mechanics into the game and take away the online from Nayo bullshit out of the game and put the online full disclosure into the game so we can do everything, I would still be playing it. Everybody will still be playing it, leveling up like crazy. Don't do this again. Don't. And that's a warning, dude. Because right now there are so many samurai games coming out to the point where I'm done, dude. I am done. So if you're gonna make another game like this, Tecmo, you better bring your fucking A game. That's all I gotta say. Normally I give reviews like this an F by feeling this way. Which is why I keep saying don't do this again. Class is